Princess Cruises has announced the godmother of Sun Princess. MSC Cruises is basically copying Royal Caribbean. And Royal Caribbean has delayed the sailing. Find out all about that news next. Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and this is this week's cruise news. Just before I get into news, I just want to let you all guys know that it's just over a month before I go on Celebrity Apex. I was really excited to go on this type of ship, and I'm on the first sailing out of the UK, which is like an 8 nights Norwegian sailing. So I'll be doing a room tour, ship tour, review after I get back from the sailing. So definitely stay tuned. I'll be uploading the room tours, like when I get on the ship, and I can just film it and edit it. Because I can do that on there. The ship tour I'll do when I get back, because I want to use the ship to its fullest, and it also takes me quite a while to film the ship tours because I do it at like ridiculous times in the morning. So it's like I do it between like 6 and maybe like 8. So like places are quiet, so I go into like the restaurants when they're not open and stuff like that. So I'm not filming random people. I don't want to be doing that. So so that will be coming afterwards, the review and the ship tour, but the room tour should be coming as 1 or 2 days after Coronavirus, depending on how good the Wi-Fi is. I did just upgrade to the premium Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's good enough to upload some videos. Princess Cruises has announced today that the godmother of Sun Princess, the newest and biggest ship, is going to be Hannah Waningham. I've butchered that, but I do actually know who she is because she acts in one of the really good series on Apple TV, Ted Lasso. If you watched it, she's the boss of AFC Richmond, which is the fake football club they've made for the series in Richmond in London for the series, and she's the boss. She owns it, so it's a really good series. So if you haven't watched that, definitely go check that out. It's on an Apple TV. So that's where I know her from. She will be the godmother, and they'll be doing the ceremony on April 23rd, and she will be there to bless the ship. At least I know who she is. Royal Caribbean have delayed the sailing, so this is to do with Brilliance of the Seas and it cancelling a few sailings due to propulsion problems. And they promised all the guests that it will be ready for April 4th, which it wasn't. And the next available date is April 7th for it to get into Sydney Port. So that's when the cruise is. So they've shortened it. They said they need some extra time, so they couldn't get it in for the 4th, but then that's the next available date. So that is... they didn't say what they needed extra, maybe just to restock the food, get everything. Cruise ships, you probably, if you're watching my news, you've probably watched like a documentary on how the behind the scenes work. It probably takes a couple of days to get that back up and running. Once it's gone, like once they've shut the ship down, it probably takes a couple of days to get all the stock ready, get all the cargo ready at the port. Because obviously it would have been ready for April 4th, so then they have to reschedule everything to April 7th. It's probably just lots of just admin and just to get the ship ready for passengers back again. They have delayed that, and they've changed a few ports, and I wouldn't be happy if I was going, but hopefully everyone is well compensated for the delay, and hopefully there's no more problems with Brilliance of the Seas. So I've said this for a long time, but MSC's world class ships, MSC World Europa to start off with, and the new MSC World America, are basically knockoff Oasis class ships, and anyone can see that because just look at the design of them with the internal balconies, the hole at the back. It's not exactly MSC's version of Oasis class, but they've copied Royal Caribbean, and there's only so many things cruise lines can do. But that's how I see them, to be honest. But they've gone a step further with World America, and just before I get into that, they're posting a lot tomorrow about it. It could have been today, so it could come in my news, but obviously I need to wait for the whole of next week to find out. But they did put a teaser trailer, and it looks like they're adding a ropes course on the top of it. As this ship is going to Miami, they're going to have to compete with the Icon class. So it'd be really interesting to see what the difference is between World Europa and World America, just to see what they add, to see if they can just bridge the gap between Icon of the Seas and the World class. It's a very big gap, especially with the entertainment side of it. So it'd be really interesting to see, especially if they maybe do push into. I know they're multicultural and they take, but if they go for America, I've never took a cruise from America, but when you take a cruise from the UK, it's like 95% British people. I'm not sure if that would be it for America. Probably I would say like, well, I'll find out in August and September, but I would say probably like 80%, but 90% of them will probably know American or English. So maybe, hopefully, move to like a Broadway style show and more like entertainment, because they really have to step up the entertainment for them to be anywhere near Royal Caribbean, especially if they're going to Miami. They did tease that they are adding a ropes course. I think I've already said that. But then this is the biggest thing that they are doing, and they adding neighborhoods. Where have we heard that idea before? Oh yeah, Royal Caribbean. So they only took like the idea and like this thought of Oasis class and made it their own. They've also now, for the new ship, nicked the neighborhood idea, and that was the biggest thing when the Oasis class came out. Was there's 7 distinct neighborhoods, and MSC have announced there's 7 distinct neighborhoods on their World Europa class. It's very funny. I think they're literally just copying Royal Caribbean at this point, and Royal Caribbean must be like not annoyed because obviously they have the better product, but it's like flattery, is that the word? They're copying you. That's like a compliment in itself, kind of. So it'll be really interesting. But like the yacht club's one, they have an aqua neighborhood, and they've got the what they call it, Galleria neighborhood. Then they got a promenade, which is like the outside lower deck one. Then they got the sports one. So it's basically just copying what Royal Caribbean made in 2009. And just done it in 2024. So it'd be really interesting to see like what it carries on from this, and see if they add more to it, and see how they kind of do the neighborhoods fully. So yeah, like I said, I think they're just proving even more that they're just not fully copying Royal Caribbean, but it's just they wanted what Royal Caribbean have, and they're trying to do it in their own style, but they keep like to have the neighborhoods. That's just, you've just copied. It's just, I know there's only so many things that a cruise line can do before they're stepping on someone else's toes, but yeah, it is just copying at this point. So that is all the news I've got for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. Put in the comments below, what do you think about MSC's idea about bringing in neighborhoods, and is it copying Royal Caribbean, or am I just kind of making up this like, not rivalry, but like this up in my head that they're just copying and it's knockoff. So put in the comments below. I'd be really interested to find out what you guys say. Now, if you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It'd be very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, so links in the description below. Go and follow me on those platforms. Thank you to my members, Cruising for One, and my dad. Is very much appreciated. If you want to find out all about that ship-faced crew, link in the description below. Definitely go and check that out. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shipfaced here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.